Stevie Kalinich's home of art. Mountains of art that have been created during the pandemic. Beautiful. I think it's some of your greatest works, Steve. With my son Joshy here with Stevie Kalinich. Hey, Stevie.
Yeah. You can pull it out.
Stevie. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
It was fantastic. I'm lovely to have you on. Here's a good box, Josh.
I haven't seen you for all of 2020. I missed you in all of 2020.
Thank you for the lovely dinner, and thanks for bringing your son.
Thanks for coming.
Great inspiration to me.
I'm just amazed by all the art you've done. Other people just were getting depressed or crazy the whole time. You're doing all this art. It's really.
No, I already was that, so I just.
But it's really great, Steve. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
So I was asking you before, and for me, it's hard to do good creative work if I'm not really happy. When I am happy, that's really when I do it.
I'm not always happy, but I'm happy a lot. But I have sad moments. I have dark moments. I had moments when I think I can't go on.
But do you always, even if you're not feeling happy, you work on the art? You paint?
Yeah, it gives me relief and joy, and it takes me away sometimes from everything.
Makes you feel better?
Sometimes better, but sometimes just peaceful or able to survive.
So do you paint all different times of day? Do you paint in the morning?
No set time.
Yeah.
No morning routine. No apple before breakfast. No nothing.
Is there a best time of day for you that you like to work?
No, I like the light a lot, and I like the dark. I know painters say light,
Mm-hmm.
and I do like light, but I like the shadows too. The shadows influence not only my painting, but my writing.
How so?
Because the shadows evoke certain emotions and moods for me, and maybe capture it in a brush stroke.
We're looking at all this work, and there's so much joy in life, but there's also a lot of darkness and people struggling. And
there's people that have gone through Holocaust and survival issues, and there's people that are happy. There's people coming to America and other lands. There's little characters, maybe they're invisible, but they're all around us. They're not like people, but they might be people. And they emerge in my paintings for me. Or some don't even have a face, but they're human. Or close as I can get. They're the combination of human and color and spiritual. And darkness.
When you're painting these, do you discover it while you're painting it, those faces, or do you see them?
I would say I discover. Once in a while, I'll try to do a representational. I don't enjoy it as much, but I've done a couple good ones. I'm not that kind of a painter. It's not that I can't. Maybe I can't, but I find it more interesting to come up with people say, how don't more of your paintings smile? Well, there are smiles in some of them if you look, but my kind of smile. But I'm not always a smiling person. There's a lot of serious stuff in life, and there's a lot of joy.
But all of these now have characters, and you know where they're from different parts of the world. Or do you know that after you paint them, or do you feel that before you go in, or does that happen while you're doing it?
They could be from different places, different times, rather than one time I see some. It's like when you get that test of all your blood samples. Like one time they're Asian, one time they're Korean, one time they're Chinese, one time they're American. It's not, they're always the same.
Like the Holocaust ones, for example.
Well, those come to me as the faces evoke in me what I think of some of those faces that I saw.
But those ones you went to the painting thinking I'm gonna paint that now, and then you did?
I thought of it as I was doing it, and then I realized once I started that's what I was doing, was a Holocaust ball.
Oh, I see.
Like my death mask. It started and then I saw it. Like my one on war that you saw over there.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if you can see it, but the face and the lip, it's war, but maybe it's not the conventional like Picasso's Guernica. It's my version of war.
It's not traditional like that Picasso guy.
Light in the eyes.
That reminds me more of Francis Bacon, that he would have like almost traditional, and then they get distorted as paintings.
Yeah, that's how war came to me.
Did it? Like, can you tell me that? Where do you start with something like that?
What I start is, I'll start feeling around with lines and colors. And then when I get something that I'll start shaping it. And sometime after I do a few strokes, I'll see something else and go and touch it up, or I'll let it drip. If I like it, like I let the eye drip.
Oh,
Yeah, like tears of blood or
oh, I see.
what?
But that acrylic doesn't do that, does it? The dripping, or does it? That has to be.
I think I structured it kind of, but I think
Oh.
sometime if you let it free drip, it'll go all over everything.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, so it will usually, but I try to like a controlled.
Oh,
And sometimes I'll just pour colors on and shake them, and then I find a painting within it and paint it. I've done that before. Not always, but I've done it. I don't have a method or a madness. I have kind of different ways I could do it.
They look to me, a lot of them, like, it seems to me like they're layered, like you did something and then dried and then you did another layer.
I decided I didn't like it.
Oh, that's not intentional when that happened? It looks like many of them were done that way to get that effect.
Some are done that way, but some of them I didn't like when they happened. But like some of these long ones that on the floor, you can't see them, but they go like 6 feet, 5 feet. I just saw, like that one's on marble, that one over there. And then these boxes, this was my work board that I turned into a painting.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And I have everything in there, the work board, it was the backdrop, and then I started seeing a painting in it. It could
Wow.
be, does it, you know, it's weird, it reminds me in a way, which I didn't intend, of my version of Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Club, or something like that.
I was thinking of The Last Supper, actually.
It could be The Last Supper.
One of those
two. It
two.
could be Dante's Inferno, or The Divine Comedy. Or it could be We Are Heading, the Universe is Moving.
It's a little Hieronymus Bosch, too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got
but more
elements.
fun, though. It's not
It's got more
demonic.
fun. And then here's the elephant.
But something like that is so elaborate. That must have taken a lot of time, right? Like the one you just showed us.
Yeah, that took a lot because it was my work board for years, and then I turned it into a painting.
What do you mean by work board?
This is where all the drippings up on
Oh.
canvases. Then I said I'll turn it into an.
Oh, let me see it again. Now that I know that, can I see it one more time? Oh, so it had a bunch of drippings and then.
Yeah, well, and then I straightened them out, or I left like this in there, like, and then this guy, I love him. I mean, isn't he like a nice guy?
Which guy?
The one with the colorful orange there, and the striped outfit. Yeah, the center, like the center of the painting.
Yeah, he is the center of it.
And then this guy, and then this guy, and then this guy. And then I discover little faces that you might not see that are not wanting to be full faces, but wanting to express that they're present. And each number of space, like look at that one, cute little face. See the little lips in front next to him. Then here's a ghost one.
Yeah, so much detail.
Yeah, and there's stuff there.
Wow,
And then there's that one with the elephant.
The elephant, wow.
That was also a discovery.
The elephant? Yeah, there are not a lot of animals in this, or are there? I haven't seen.
Yeah, no, and there's the writer of the apocalypse. See him with his thumb and fingers up toward the universe.
It's a black and white one right there.
Yeah, look at that man with his reaching his finger, riding that big, whatever kind of prehistoric animal, and then the animal fueling it with the white head, riding after the apocalypse.
So I was saying, just the colors are so bright, but with also all the characters, they all seem alive. There's a lot of life to them. They're vivid, but there's a lot of energy.
I can't hardly lift the wooden ones.
So do they feel alive to you, Steve? Are they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah?
All of them feel alive to me. I feel a communication, and also they become, when I'm alone at night, they're like friends. I'm not lonely.
Really?
I mean, it sounds weird, but they feel like friends most of the time.
Do they talk to you?
Not in words, but they do speak sometime. When I'm really down and when I'm ready to give up and when I think I'm going to throw up, sick, I pray, God, can I get some break? And I even don't know what this is. But
Are they all good? Or are there some that you don't talk to that don't communicate in this way?
I don't think they're all good, but I think some are.
They're all your creation, right? They're all like your children, right? Do you look at them that way?
I mean, look at this that I just did. I forgot about it. This one you'll love. Each one of these that I, as far as I went. Josh, I never showed you this. Look, aren't these cute little?
Yeah.
And this is each page. See, Paul?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh.
See the little.
Those are all separate pieces. Those are great.
Yeah, all. Let's see, is there any more?
There's a lot of work here.
That's
So there's a lot more work too that's already out of here. Right?
Oh yeah.
Boy, you've been busy, very productive. So have you been writing as well, writing as
Yeah.
well as painting?
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, that's the little idea of that one. Yeah, I've been writing poems, songs. I'm doing a new project with Adam Marsland. I think you know him from the KS band.
Is the writing the same kind of feeling for you? Did you get the same feeling, or is it a different thing?
Sometimes, like with the Galactic Symphonies, or with the meaning of existence, which I haven't, it's too long to commit to memory. I've got one poem I've never recited called, what the heck's the name of it? Mellifluence Holy. Mellifluent Holy. It's a 200-page poem.
Really?
I mean, who would ever want to put it out, or who could sit through 20 hours or 10 hours? But
You could publish it though.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I'd like to do it, and someday I'll show it to you. But
Ginsberg wrote some really, really long ones like that. Then there was one, and people liked it, even though it was super long.
yeah, but I like it. I'd love to recite it because I get a rhythm, and then on the meaning of existence.
Did you write that recently? I'm sorry, the long
No,
one.
I met that one a few years back, but like the one I wrote with Adam that I re-recorded with other people too, called the meaning of existence, and it deals with all things like, I was that child that died on September 11th. I was this. I was there when the slaves, and you find themes like this in Walt Whitman. I was there before America was formed, before the lands came together, before the galaxies were formed. I was there. I will be there at the end, and I will be ever present with consciousness, even if the world dissolves. These are poems that will come to me. Right now, I've just made that part up, but I get that connection, and every song that's ever written by Paul McCartney, by anyone, it's right there. Let It Be, Hey Jude, Bob Dylan, they're all The Stream, Paul Zola, Josh. We're all there. One may say one's better than another, but it's all the same. It's just some you might like more, but that speaks to a part of you that you don't know about. It resonates.
Thank you. That's how I feel about this art.
Yeah,
You're like, it's just some art, but this is incredible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you experienced that way.
It's very powerful to see such a, especially during a time a lot of people really had a hard time and didn't do anything productive at all.
Yeah, and when someone says you're good or something, you have a tendency, which I've done, and probably you too, to let your ego feel good. What I say is, you're applauding that part of yourself that likes it, and that's cool. You're not just liking, it's something in you that it resonates. So, as humans, we want to take personal credit, but we don't have any, the universe gives us that. We claim it, but it'll be there before we're gone and after we're dead.
I don't really entirely agree. I think it gives you the energy, but
You don't have
it goes through you. And no one else could have done paintings like this. I mean, I think it's a combination.
I know, I'm talking about the.
But I know great artists that always want to take themselves out. I can't own this.
You're probably right.
But this is very much you. It's whimsical.
It's through my own individual channel.
It is.
You're probably right. I'm not.
I mean, you're tapping into that stuff. I don't mean you're not. But you have it's similar to your poetry. You can see Stevie in this. It's very serious and somber and some scary, but a lot of it very whimsical and funny, but it's all colorful and vivid, and a lot of people. You're interested in all kinds of people.
Like that little.
It's not random that it came from you.
Thing. I never even finished it, but that's like just a random thing. It's hardly anything. A few splotches of color, but I get a lot out of that. Whatever it might be. You could ask me any specific question. I can walk around. I can do whatever you want.
Do you have a favorite color?
No, I love oranges. I love yellows.
You went right to orange was first, though. You said orange first.
And golds.
I love orange. People don't mention orange usually
I
first.
like a lighter blue and a lighter green.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like dark and I like yellow.
Are there any colors you don't like?
No, I like black too. I like green. But I like them. I think I'm more prone toward the oranges because when I'm down, they give me a lift. But sometimes the dark grounds me. It's not always a negative. Darkness or dark energy can ground you so you don't fly away in some fantasy land or on a drug high or something like that. The black can pull you back to the earth and not just crush you
Hmm.
if you see it through.
People think black always represents evil or bad,
Black
but it doesn't.
ground you, I think, center you to the earth. Sometimes we fly away too much, and that's why we don't realize our dreams. We also need to be grounded. That's my theory. You don't have to agree.
I've always known you were a poet and a songwriter, but I didn't know about the visual art until recently. But have you been doing visual art your whole life?
After 70, it kicked into full gear. After 75, it really kicked in.
Is that right?
And now it keeps kicking in more. I feel like I'm a child just beginning with my art. Maybe that's why I seem like so excited about it.
It does have a child.
That's why I relate to you, Josh, because the kids are where I feel I am, that I finally am at their level now, but I wasn't when I was at that age.
It's not childish, but
a kid, but you know what I mean, that younger energy. I feel, that's why I'm willing to learn. When they hired me to do that show for the Valley Cultural Network, I did the first one. Lori Reimer got me the job, or whatever you call it. And at first they wanted me to be the panelist and they had two young poets. One was 15, one was 17, underprivileged poets. And I swear to God, I said, let's make it all of us. We're all on camera together on the Zoom. Their poems were as good as Amanda Gorman. They were so good. Not the good or bad, but they are amazing. And I learned from them. I'm always learning.
It was sweet. You said you're like a child with it because it has that childlike energy. Not that it's childish, but it is joyful, like a kid having fun, making art.
Yeah, I have fun.
And it has that joy. And I've always found the best songs and the best artists when the person just loves making art more than anything.
You want like to be that. You want to be joyful with people.
Yeah, but I feel that in art too. Like just working on a photo, working on a song is fun. I don't do it because I think this one will make a lot of money. It's more fun than anything else.
I did think of how to make more.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think those that get much fun out of it are great at thinking in those other terms often, but sometimes it works out. But you've done pretty great on these. Jeez, I think there's so much beautiful art. I think people just love this work.
Yeah. Any other questions? Do you have anything, Josh, you want to ask or say or contribute?
No, I don't think so.
Don't you feel a good energy with your son? I do.
Not usually. We're not actually very close. We just pretend. So I found that there's some days I just don't feel like doing any art. But you don't have those. There's no non-art days.
Once in a while, I won't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a feeling or just I don't maybe have the energy.
Right. It takes energy.
Physical.
And this especially is not. Does this not take more energy than writing for you, or is it the same? I mean, because this is physical work, actually painting.
Did you do this one too?
Which one?
This one?
No, the actress Samuel Armstrong. Do you remember her from Dirty Nasty or the OC? Did you ever hear that show OC?
No.
I remember that.
Oh, you know what? Let's put the cool air on it.
Oh, I love this one, Steve. Wow. The camera really gets these bright. Can you tell me about this one, Stevie? Well,
Which one?
who's that? Looks like a child to me.
Oh yeah, you see the glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of a layered child trying to enter the universe and open to you, listening to what you have to say,
Wow.
taking it all in.
Beautiful. Well, I just think it's beautifully. It's very inspirational to see this much art. When you come in, after being out, and you see all this art here, is it friendly? Does it make you feel good when you?
Makes me feel good when I've been at a rough day.
It's different than when you're a writer. You can write for years and just have it all on the computer, but this is physical. You just
And then
art.
I have my physical journals, the one I want you to someday tell me how to get them scanned, or we're going to do it one day.
Well, it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Some people will see this like, what's the trick? What's the secret to getting in touch with art so much and being able to do so much? But I think it's an easy answer for you. It just comes naturally to you.
Yeah, I would say so.
What do you think triggered the visual art at that age? Why did that happen? Do you know?
I don't know. All of a sudden, John Robertson saw one of my lines. Also, I was interested because years ago she was my friend. I worked with her and for her. Vicky Sperry, the artist, the abstract artist, she influenced me a lot. And John Robertson was a mentor of mine. And Vicky Sperry was an abstract artist. And she knew de Kooning and Diebenkorn and Matisse and all these people.
They were good too, but I like you
Fine.
better. That's really beautiful. It's joyful work, you know. It makes you. As soon as I
My
came in, I
friends-
felt happy.
My friends helped me a lot. Chip Rosenblum, Brendan Crane, David.
To me, I can really see you in these. I mean, they seem connected to your work. Do you see that? I mean, it all
Yeah.
seems part of the same.
I could see a lot of it. And I always put my hats around because they go with, some of my hats go with my paintings. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, so that's you.
There's a relationship, hats and paintings.
Well, it's great to see this. It's really beautiful. Congratulations, doing so much work.
Any other questions?
Wow. And with a poem, you could write it and people could take it, but you still have it. How does it feel for you if you sell a piece and someone takes it into their home and it's gone? Does that feel different to you? Because it's a
It
physical.
feels good, but I kind of release it once I let it go. And I'm waiting to see what will the next thing happen. What will be next?
Have you photographed the ones that are gone already?
Someone did, but I haven't. There's a lot of them have slipped through the cracks. But also, I like to know what does this mean? What will it mean to someone? What does it mean to me? And can it do some good and energy in the world? Can it make someone smile or laugh or feel sad or be touched? Can I touch someone with some of my art? And I want to do that if I can. I know everyone won't, but I'd like to do some.
I think it definitely has a joy.
And if I could send a ripple of joy into the world,
Yeah.
like my friend Brian Wilson does, I'd love to do it.
I don't think everyone's capable of seeing art and taking joy, but a lot of people are. And they just have to see it. But it's amazing work. I mean, it's great. I love too. I mean, that you paint on all these surfaces. You get all these boxes.
And I do paint on canvas, and I'll be painting more on canvas.
But what gave you the idea to start doing that? Was that just
I don't know. It just hit me to do it on everything. I don't know. I didn't read it. They were sitting around the house, and I felt I don't want to throw these in the trash all the time.
It works. I love that. They're like
came to me to do it.
they're like pyramids of art. All the way you have them all over. Do you move them around, or do they always stay in one place?
I move them all the time when I want to get a different view.
You did too?
Like Molly Barnes said, the big one stacked up could be an installation piece, like
Yeah.
6 pieces. I could do a whole series of these as an installation, and they would charge for the whole piece. And people
Yes.
could arrange them they want in their house and then set them.
Do you know if LA has any art museums? Do you know? I'm joking. I mean, this is living art here. You know, it's really very inspirational and great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. So great to see you again.
Thank you, and it's great to see you and your son. And
Yeah.
I'm grateful for everything. Thanks for the dinner, too.
Grateful to be with
And
you,
also,
Stephen.
my only word could I say one word to people?
No, that's it. We're done. No.
Students, I encourage everyone, if you want to express something, don't think it's good or bad. Just do it. I know I can give one example, which I told you. I know you're probably tired of hearing it. I did a song once called Whoppin' and Boppin' with Lucy Jones with Brian Wilson. We had so much fun recording it. He used my voice. It's not the greatest recording, but we had so much fun and the joy it did. A lot of fans say it's terrible or this or that.
They're wrong.
But they don't realize the joy that Brian and I had. That's important in art, is having the joy, not just producing a great work of art. That's my view.
Absolutely. But people do feel the joy. Like this. When you do it with authentic passion and joy, it's there in the work.
Thank you so much.
And Lucy has that. I'm sure a lot of the fans love that. There might have been a couple snarky people that didn't know that it was great, but they're wrong.
And I'm grateful. Thank
Yeah.
you, Paul.
But this is amazing. Mazel tov. Yeah. But if the museums do get you in everything, you become a famous artist, will you become like not a nice person if you
I don't plan changing,
Good. I knew that wouldn't happen.
and I don't,
I can't even get Stevie on the phone. He won't even talk to me anymore.
yeah. He can't hear anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bob.
Thank you, Stevie. Love you.